Roopkund is a high-altitude glacial lake in the Uttarakhand state of India. It lies in the lap of Trishul massif and is famous for the hundreds of human skeletons found at the edge of the lake. The area is uninhabited, located in the Himalayas at an altitude of 5,029 meters. Surrounded by rock-strewn glaciers and snow-clad mountains, the lake is a popular trekking destination. A shallow lake, having a depth of about 2 meters, Roopkund has attracted attention because of the human skeletal remains that are visible at its bottom when the snow melts. Many theories and opinions exist, from purely spiritual to scientific ones, attempting to explain the existence of these skeletons, which date back to 9th century CE. Because of the human remains, the lake has been called Skeleton Lake in recent times. Human skeletons. The human skeletons were rediscovered in 1942 by Ananda Devi Game Reserve Ranger H.K. Madwal, although there are reports about these bones from the late 19th century. The skeletons are visible in the clear water of the shallow lake during a 1-month period, when the ice melts. Along with the skeletons, wooden artifacts, iron spearheads, leather slippers, and rings were also found. When a team from National Geographic magazine retrieved about 30 skeletons, flesh was still attached to some of them. Geneticist Neeraj Riad's Center for Cellular and Molecular Biology at Hyderabad conducted DNA tests on 100 samples from the lake and compared them to the current Indian population. Results indicated that 70% of them had an affinity with Iran, while the remaining belonged to the local population. It is hypothesized that the Iran group took the help of local porters to seek a new land for settlement. Later studies placed the time of mass death around the 9th century AD. The local legend says that the king of Kannauj, Raja Jorstavel, with his pregnant wife, Rani Balampa, their servants, a dance troupe and others went on a pilgrimage to Nanda Devi shrine, and the group faced a storm with large hailstones, from which the entire party perished near Roopkund Lake. Remnants belonging to more than 300 people have been found. Radiocarbon dating of the bones at Oxford University's Radiocarbon Accelerator Unit determined the time period to be AD 850 A plus or minus 30 years. The Anthropological Survey of India conducted a study of the skeletons during the 1950s and some samples are displayed at the Anthropological Survey of India Museum, Dehradun. Identification Scientific tests revealed that the skeletons belonged to several groups of people, including a group of short people and a taller group, who were closely related with DNA mutations characteristic for Konkan as the Brahmins from Maharashtra. A DNA test conducted by the Center for Cellular and Molecular Biology, Hyderabad, indicated that 3 samples with unique mutation in mitochondrial DNA, matched with those of the Chaitpavans. What has not been determined is where the group was headed. There is no historical evidence of any trade routes to Tibet in the area, but Roopkund is located on an important pilgrimage route of the Nanda Devi cult with Nanda Devi Raj Jat festivities taking place approximately once every 12 years. Conservation concerns There is a growing concern about the regular loss of skeletons and it is feared that, if steps are not taken to conserve them, the skeletons may gradually vanish in the years to come. It is reported that tourists visiting the area are in the habit of taking back the skeletons in large numbers and the district administration has expressed the need to protect the area. District Magistrate of Chermalai District has reported that tourists, trekkers and curious researchers are transporting the skeletons on mules and recommended that the area should be protected in the lines of Valley of Flowers. The government agencies have made efforts to develop the area as an ecotourism destination, in an effort to protect the skeletons. Tourism. Roopkund is a picturesque and beautiful tourist destination and one of the important places for trekking in Chermalai district, Himalayas, located near the base of 2 Himalayan peaks, Trishul and Nanda Unti. A religious festival is held at the alpine meadow of Bidnai Bijal every autumn with nearby villages participating. A larger celebration, the Nanda Devi Raj Jat, takes place once every 12 years at Roopkund, during which goddess Nanda is worshipped. Roopkund Lake is covered with ice for most of the time during the year. However, the journey to Roopkund is an enjoyable experience. All along the way, One is surrounded by mountain ranges on all sides. Trekking there are different routes for a trek to Roopkund. Generally, trekkers and adventurers travel to Lahajang or One by road. From there, they climb a hillock at One and reach Ran Ki Dor, where a flat area allows for overnight camping. If the sky is clear, one can see Trishul Parvat from Badini Bijal. The next camping spot is at Badini Bijal, which is 13 kilometers from One. There is a huge grazing ground for mules, horses and sheep. There are 2 temples and a small lake that add to the beauty of this place. One can see many Himalayan peaks from Badini Bijal Bridge. Trekkers then go up to Bagwa Basa, which is 11 kilometers from Badini Bijal. The climate at Bagwa Basa is hostile for most of the year. One gets a closer view of Trishul and other peaks higher than 5,000 meters. Many waterfalls and landslides are visible on the extreme slopes of the surrounding mountains. From Bagwa Basa, trekkers either go to Roopkund and return, or go to Shilasamundra via Junagali Colonel Pass, which is just above the lake, and then proceed to Homkund. Other trekking routes Another trekking route starts from Mundole, near Tharauli, which is accessible from Haridwar and Rishikesh. Kathgodam, Ranaikhad, Garagwaldam, Debel, Bagragad, Mundoli Village, Lahajang Pass, One Village, Badni Bijal, Kalu Vinayak, Bagu Basa, Roopkund. Kathgodam is the only place connected via rail. Further route can be travelled only by jeep bus. Roopkund skeletons in popular culture. Roopkund skeletons were featured in a National Geographic documentary Riddles of the Dead, Skeleton Lake. References. Further reading, Aitken, Bill. Fernanda Devi Fair, Penguin Books India, 1994. ISBN 0-14-024045-4. External links, Roopkund Trek, District Administration Armora, pictures from Roopkund, Bagwa Basa, Badni Bijal and Ali Bijal.